Welcome to Newberry, South Carolina, my hometown. It may not look like much, but it's the home of Bare Elegance Boudoir, South Carolina's body positive boudoir photography studio. We believe that all women deserve to feel beautiful and at peace with their bodies. And no matter your age, shape, or size, true body acceptance is possible, and I can prove it to you. So join us to get inspired by our guests and their amazing body image transformations in our studio. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Embrace Your Shape. This episode is called You Are Worthy Right Now because my guest today, Kayla, is a body image champion in my book because she went from a 0 on the body image scale to a 6 or 7 on her own using affirmations and other positivity tools to transform the way that she was thinking. And once she got to that point, she was ready to take another step into boudoir and to see herself exactly as she is so that she could gain an appreciation for her body along this journey. So Kayla and I sat down at the beginning of her session and talked about her body image journey, and we even got into the media and movies and how negative portrayals of plus size people can really have a damaging effect on the viewers or us. So let's see what Kayla had to say. Okay, Kayla, so let's talk a little bit about your body image journey and what brought you here today. So tell me a little bit about where you were and where you are now and how you got from one point to the other.
I was super unhealthy. I was over 300 pounds. I didn't feel good. Everything ached and hurt. So it took me quite a few years to drop over 100 pounds. But then once I got to that mark, I couldn't accept myself, until, I don't want to say swimsuit model, but I looked like the majority of girls I thought were attractive, but I realized that we all have our own unique beauty and not one size is beautiful, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, how did you get from the not feeling comfortable with your body and its changes to the point where you're feeling a little bit more accepting of it?
I learned how to dress myself.
Okay.
Yes, that was very big because I was dressing frumpy when I wasn't working, and then that just made me feel worse, and I would put things in my body because it was comforting, it just made the problem bigger, literally, so I just changed the way I saw myself. I changed the way I was eating. I changed the way I was dressing, and it just all came together. And it's still a journey. Like, I still have health problems, but
Where are you now on a scale of like 1 to 10? Like with your body image, where are you right now and where do you hope to be in 2 months?
I'm between a 6 and a 7 because we were at 0, so, but
okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get
Wow.
to a 9 or a 10 by the end of this year.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with weight. It just has to do with how I perceive myself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are some things that you do other than boudoir? What are some things that you do to help challenge that mindset that says that only a certain type of body type is beautiful?
This is going to sound a little silly, and cliche, but I bought a pack of cards off of Amazon, affirmation cards.
Mm-hmm,
Yes,
mm-hmm.
and I read one every day as I'm getting ready, and sometimes I'm like, that was so good, I'm going to read another one. I truly, and I make myself repeat those 1 or 2 cards throughout the day, and then it just naturally becomes, part of me.
That's awesome.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I've been doing that for about 6 months now.
Okay, so affirmations, dressing in a way that makes you feel good.
Yes. Media has gotten a lot better with being inclusive and showing that beauty is all shapes, sizes, and colors, but we still have a long way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to dig pretty hard to find those TV shows, and I almost make it a habit. And I say almost because I'm human, and I like shows that have perfect, beautiful people in them, just because I love the storyline. But I go for more, modern, shows and things like that have inclusive, everybody, every color, every size, every background, disabled, not disabled.
Yeah, it has changed a lot in the past few years, and that's awesome. But I do agree we have a long way to go. It's like whenever a person who doesn't match the conventional beauty standard, anytime they're like featured in a film role or in a TV role, it's like they're typecast as a funny person.
Yes.
Or a really smart person, or like a person who plays video games, and they're not ever like shown as the hero.
I was so mad when I went to the theater to watch Pitch Perfect, the first one. I didn't know that Amy was Fat Amy. Hello. That's what they referred to her on the movie. You need to, because you could make some content with that. Her name in the movie isn't Amy, it's Fat Amy, and that's what they call her. Everyone calls her Fat Amy. That's why she also, sorry, I'm getting chills.
But she's funny,
right? And she
funny.
probably
laughs it off. Gross.
And that's why she changed herself, because, sorry, I get chills because I get upset about it.
Yeah,
and that's why she changed herself so drastically. She's like, that's the media, they only wanted me. Rebel Wilson. She was like, the media wanted me to stay big and be known as Fat Amy and be called Fat Amy because I'm funny and I'm Fat Amy. And she's like, I realized I didn't want that. I want to be known for me.
Yeah.
That really hurt me. And I didn't even watch the second one when it came out because they were still calling her Fat Amy.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, so, that's part of this whole show, is just featuring women as the heroes of their own story.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are, every day, all over the world in a million different ways. We're showing up for ourselves and for everybody else. We're the heroes of our story, honestly. And so today's your day to be the hero.
Yay, I'm excited. I feel that after today, when I leave here, my 6 and 7 is going to go up to an 8 or a 9, if not a 10.
You think so?
I'm very sure. I'm very confident in that.
Well, I cannot wait to get your makeup done because it's about to be awesome.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Okay, you see what I mean. Kayla has got it going on. She's already been doing the work. She's been transforming herself on every level, and I believe that she deserves to feel great while she's doing it. So we got done with the interview. She was feeling nice and comfortable, and we started with hair and makeup. So before the session, I asked Kayla what her thoughts were on how she wanted to be styled for her shoot. She didn't really have any ideas on the hair and makeup, and I've actually known Kayla for a long time. Like, we went to school together growing up. We were in the same classes and everything. So I know from experience that Kayla is kind of a natural girl. She has amazing skin, so she usually goes, little to no makeup, and it looks amazing. So I didn't want to create something that was going to be completely foreign and unrecognizable for her photo shoot, because I wanted her to be able to connect with those photos in her everyday life. So we got her styled, did a nice natural makeup look for her, a natural glam kind of look, but she did have some thoughts on her hair. She wanted to make sure that she had some loose romantic curls and lots of volume. So I think we gave that to her. Let's see her reaction once she was ready. I love it. It's so bouncy.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Yay!
Yeah. I like this version of me.
Yay! Oh, I'm so glad.
I love this.
I love it too.
Thank you.
And it's gonna
pop. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yay! All right, let's look at your wardrobe.
was already feeling herself at this point, and that's what I like to see, because once the hair and makeup is done, my guest has spent some time talking to me off the record about her life and what she's got going on. And it really helps to develop that relationship that we're gonna need as we work together and pose in these sets in lingerie, you know? So after that, we moved right into wardrobe selection. So when we start talking about wardrobe, I like to invite my guest to experience all 4 of the sets in the studio and see which ones immediately resonate with them. Usually 2 or 3 of the sets are absolute faves, so we lock in on those and then we start talking about mood. We start talking about what feelings, emotions, moods we want to evoke with this particular set. That really helps us narrow down our wardrobe options. We have a lot of options here, and sometimes people even bring in their own outfits. So I want to make sure that we are creating a lot of variety and also the overall vibe that my guest wants to embody in this photo shoot. So let's peep in on the wardrobe selection a little bit and see what that's like.
See what you got here. I love it.
I do.
I love the shape of it. I
Yeah.
feel like this like detail in the center, and then even like this detail, this seam is really like shaping, and I love the high cut legs.
I come out right here a little bit.
Yeah.
My tummy.
Yeah, that's okay. That's
Okay.
okay. I want to tell you my trick for, I have tummy too, like my little tummy, like, you know, like
Yeah.
lap sober, like,
Right.
so whenever I started, I got a like subscription to Adore Me and like Savage X or whatever,
Yeah.
and I would get these like the high leg styles, you know, and the cheeky stuff, and I would put it on, and I would see my little belly lap over right there, like right here, like on the outside of the undies, and I'm like, is that right? And so I went on the website, and Savage X Fenty is the best one to me as far as like representing different body types in all different styles. She has models that are like extra small, you know, 1X and like 3X. So it'll show on, and all different body types of models. Not all people who are curvilicious, snatched waist, big
Good.
booty.
Okay.
Like it will.
Different bodies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you're ever putting something on and you're like, am I wearing it right? Is this what it's supposed to look like in the front? You can go look there, and it like they have a really good representation of how that's supposed to be worn on your body. And then after I found that out, it's like my little belly lap over just supposed to show right there.
Right.
That's just what it's supposed to look like.
Okay.
So that's how I wear it.
Okay. All right.
So.
That makes me feel better.
Anyway, so I love that. Yes. Okay, so what was the reason for the skirt?
I just grabbed it.
Is it because you loved it, or is it because you were thinking about your tummy? Okay.
Yep.
So let's just forget it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Those concerns will be more addressed with posing and angles
Okay.
than with your wardrobe.
Okay.
As far as like that type of stuff, it's not even in the picture literally.
Okay.
So yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
So okay, so you said you love garters.
Yes, I do. When they work.
Okay. So I want you to tell me how you feel. I'll just pull some things.
Okay, so she chose her wardrobe pieces. We got a couple of really beautiful things that are gonna feel comfortable for her, but also be really gorgeous in each individual set. So we started out in the tropical suite. Now it's time to get to work. Show you a quick little selfie idea that you can do at home to start boosting your body image and just start seeing your body from different angles, okay? This is a really easy one. You can probably do it right now. So all you need to do is set up your phone camera somewhere, and I want you to turn around and face away from it. Boom. Okay, so feet are gonna be hip width apart or a little bit wider. And I want you to sink to one side, kind of put your weight on that one hip. And then you're gonna just rotate towards the other side. So that does a really good job of boosting up your booty right here. And you know, this is kind of a natural movement. I mean, we do this kind of stuff all the time. So now you're gonna get to see how great your butt looks when you're doing this. So turn around, and we're gonna like rest this hand somewhere. We can rest it right here on our hip. We can bring it down a little bit lower like this. And while we're moving our hand around, we can kind of move our shoulder as well. And we can play with different angles of our face to see what we look like from different directions. So let me know if you give it a try, if you like it, and if you want to see more ideas like this. You know what's next. We're all done with the session. The photos have been taken. Kayla's feeling amazing, probably pretty hungry. I'm a little hungry too. So we're gonna take a lunch break and I'm gonna get Kayla's pictures ready for her to see today. I don't want her to be worried for like a couple of weeks, like, oh my gosh, or how did my photos turn out? I also want her to know when she sees her photos that her body has not been modified. They have not been retouched at all. This is a very important part of this process because when we see ourselves as we actually are without the filters and we see how beautiful those images are, then it completely changes the way we see ourselves moving throughout our lives and throughout our day. I could not wait to show Kayla her gallery, and she was really excited to come back in and see them. So let's go ahead and pop in on that reveal and see how Kayla felt about her pictures. Yes,
Yes.
me too.
Love.
Yay.
Yeah, amazing.
You excited?
I am very much.
Okay.
I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love all the stuff in the background. I don't know. You
Yeah.
seem like such an interesting lady.
Gosh, I love that.
Isn't that pretty?
It is. It really is. Oh, I really like that.
Booty doo.
Yeah, I really like that. I do. Yeah. Gosh, I know. Yeah, this is hard.
It's like, oh, look at that.
That's gorgeous. Yeah, that's yeah. I feel like a hot one.
You are
Yeah.
super hot.
I feel
Oh my god.
that way.
I love it.
I do
love
too.
it.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm ever gonna see myself the same.
I hope you don't.
No. I do like that.
That's a cute movie.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes. Okay. Yep.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Yep.
Hats. Eyes open. Like that too. Okay. Okay.
I love.
Mhm.
I love that.
Well, I think it's safe to assume that Kayla is extremely happy with her photos. I'm super happy with how they turned out too. They're gorgeous. And I'm so glad that she had a wonderful time in the studio with me today. So after her session, I sent over a few more questions just to see how she was feeling and if there had been any noticeable effect from her session. So Kayla told me that she believes she's nobody special. She works with her hands daily and lives a simple lifestyle. Kayla says, having this experience gave me permission to get out of the everyday motions and get out of my comfort zone for the better. I want other women to see me as just as beautiful in the boudoir photos as I am in my everyday personal photos, so that these same women also know they can feel this good in their everyday lives too after this life-changing experience. Oh my gosh. So I asked Kayla, of course, earlier in the day where her body image stood on a scale of 1 to 10. She told me that over a year ago, she was around a 0. And today she started out around a 6 or 7. But I'm happy to say that in her follow-up questionnaire after her session, Kayla is feeling at a 10, okay? She's getting compliments from people. She was told at the gas station the other day that she was glowing. And you know, that glow does not just come from the outside, it has to come from within. So I'm so happy for her to go into the world as her new, more confident self, because she's already an incredible woman and I know that she's going to go so far. Thank you for joining me today for episode 3 of Embrace Your Shape. Remember, you are worthy right now because your body image does not live in your thighs or in your tummy. We all know that our tummies don't have any opinions about themselves. Body image lives in your mind, and that can change. I'll see you again soon.